Hello, traders. Welcome to Price Plan Profit. It's Melissa, and it is time for my daily trade recap. For this morning on the open, the ES or the S&P 500 was pretty choppy. I did have a buy zone on SPX, ES, etc. that I was looking for higher lows inside of this buy zone, waiting for that confirmation. If you're not familiar with how I trade using that confirmation, be sure and check out the video that is here on my YouTube where I go in detail about how I wait for confirmation in a buy zone. Let's look at the SPX chart. This is the chart that I scalp traded today for about $300 of profit per contract. So, what was indeed a very choppy day in the S&P 500, I was able to make good profits, and I want to help you be able to make good profits as well. So if you're not a member of the Trendy Trading Room at Simpler Trading, join my trading partner Trendy John and myself as we trade our own money in real time, as well as educate all of the traders in our rooms as we are going. All right, so let's look at this SPX chart. This is the chart that was shared in the room that I had the levels on and descriptions of what I was looking for. This is the bullish channel on SPX. We opened the day, the S&P 500 was positive, it was green, so I was looking for a dip buy opportunity in this zone once we started making higher lows. This is not a trade that I personally took because I was on the mic teaching, but it was a great trade to the upside. Down here from the entry of about 64.90 all the way up to this high, or even this high with the trendy turn signal here after you got those two trendy turn signals to the downside. That would have paid about 15 to 18 points up here, so that would have been an awesome trade. Let me get to the actual trades that I personally took today, and we will go over those one by one. The cyan box that you see on my screen right here is the PMZ, my go-to indicator for day trading. I am so thankful that Trendy John created this indicator about a decade ago because I use it every single day to day trade. The concept is simple. You want to go short when price is below the PMZ and long when price is above the PMZ. So today, my first trade came on SPX. I was trading at this time the 64.90 puts on this trade right here. Price closed below the PMZ. I went short. My target was 64.91.97, where I exited this trade for about $100 a contract. My stop would have been a candle close up here above the PMZ. So really a simple, quick, and easy profit of $100 a contract. Not a lot of points, only about 3.5 to 4 points here, but it did make me $100 a contract. The next trade that I took was a trade in the opposite direction. I want to talk about this trade now. I'm going to remove that note and talk about this trade here. This trade I was going to buy the 64.95 calls, but I had already loaded the 6,500 calls, and rather than change that, I wanted to take the trade when we broke above this candle that created the body of this candle that created the higher low. After making this low where I exited my shorts, we made a higher low here, and I put an alert to go long above on a breakout above the body of this candle. That is indeed where I went long with the $6,500 calls, and I exit them right here in the PMZ because this is resistance with price below it. I exited here for $90 per contract. Again, went long on this candle with confirmation and exited for $90 per contract. Next up, I will show you. I did not take this short. This short was beautiful, but I was actually showing the SPX room what this trade looked like for me when this particular trade set up. So I mentioned short below the PMZ there in the room, and anyone that took that trade, what an awesome trade that was. That would have paid probably about $500 per contract on this move right here, simply going short below the PMZ. I did not catch that. I missed it. That's okay. The next trade that I took, the third trade that I took, I exited for $110 a contract. I was looking for higher lows in this buy zone again. So I used this pullback to the top of the zone using this low here. Once price got above the body of this candle that made that higher low, I set my stop as a candle below 64.89. My trigger long was a break above 64.92, and my target was 64.95 and a half. I went long here, the 64.95 calls, and I exited right here on this candle with profits of $110 a contract. So that was the three trades that I executed today. Not a lot of points. I was not going for home run hits. When you're dealing with a choppy market, I have found it is better to take the base hits, take the small profit targets, and just rinse and repeat and be willing to trade to the downside and to the upside, because in choppy conditions, that's what it takes to come out a green day. So I hope you had an awesome day of trading. If you haven't already, do me a favor, hit the like button on this video so other traders can see it. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And again, if you want to join Trendy John and myself in the Trendy Trading Room at Simpler Trading, I will put a link in the description below where you can get a 30-day trial to our Trendy Trading Room for only $7. I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next video.